Hello and welcome to this 60-minute yoga flow. This is a full body practice for mixed levels, and my intention is to give you the same experience that you would have going to a studio at home. So we'll be doing some asana practice, breath work, and meditation at the end. When you're ready, we'll begin in child's pose. You can keep your knees together or open them apart. Then walk the hands forwards and lower yourself down, resting the forehead on the mat or wherever feels comfortable. Start by taking a deep breath in through the nose and a big sigh out through your mouth. We'll take 2 more breaths like this. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Then settle into a steady breath, staying present with your inhale and exhale. Walk the hands over to the right side of your mat and place the left hand over the top of the right to find a stretch down the left side of the body. Pause, take a deep breath in. Exhale the breath out. And then walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Place the right hand over top of the left. Stretching down the right side, hold for a deep breath in. And exhale out. Walk the hands back through center. Then walk the hands into your knees. Lift yourself up to a kneeling position. You can place the hands on your thighs, lower chin to chest. With an inhale, roll the chin to the right shoulder. With your exhale, roll the chin to the left. Inhale, rolling to the right. Exhale to the left. Keep this going at the pace of your breath. Finish on the left side. Then bring your head into neutral. Interlace your fingers, clasp your hands together, start to roll out your wrists. You could start with a small movement and then begin to exaggerate the movement, getting the arms involved and the shoulders too. Then shake out the hands and the arms. Cross the right arm in front of your chest, and you can use the left hand to keep it in place. And you're looking to feel just a slight stretch along the outside of the shoulder, maybe even along the arm. And you can use your left hand to guide the arm a little bit further to the left. Holding for 1 more breath in. Exhale out, and we'll switch arms. Left arm comes across the chest, right hand eases it in place. Just looking to feel that stretch along the outside of the shoulder, maybe even along the arm. You can use your hand to guide the arm further across the chest. Hold for 1 more breath in. And exhale, release. Walk the hands forwards, come into tabletop, setting your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Then tuck the toes, hover the knees off the mat, keeping the spine neutral here. Gaze down to relax the head and neck. Then swinging the knees to the right with your inhale, keeping the hips low as you twist. Exhale, come back through center. Inhale, swing the knees to the left. Exhale, come back through center. Keep this going. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, center. A few more times at the pace of your breath. The next time you twist to the right, lower the left knee down for support. Reach the right arm up, opening the chest here. Take a big breath in. Then exhale, come back through center. Go over to the left side, lower the right knee for support. Reach the left arm up, open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, come back through center. Just holding here with the knees hovering off the mat. Then as slow as you can go, start picking up the hips, pushing yourself back to downward dog. Just going gradually into position. When you find down dog, feel free to pedal out the legs or find any other movements that feel good. And in downward dog, the emphasis always tends to be on the lower body. So I encourage you here to give your wrists a little bit of attention here also. You could pedal them out. And maybe roll one wrist out at a time to change things up. And finding stillness, hold for a deep breath in. And take a cleansing breath out. Look forwards and take baby steps to the top of the mat to find forward fold. Then with your inhale, round the spine, roll all the way up to stand. Just relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, turning the palms to face forwards. Then shift the weight into your toes, lift your heels, and maybe you can come right up onto the balls of your feet, just finding a moment of balance here. Then as slow as you can go, lower the heels back down. Shift weight back and lift all 10 toes. Spread your toes wide and one by one lower the toes down to the mat. Gripping the mat with your toes to find a sense of grounding. Pause a moment here. With your inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze to look up. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Pause for a breath in. With your exhale, lower through chaturanga. You could lower the knees if you're modifying here. Come all the way down to your belly. With your inhale, lift the chest for cobra, rolling the shoulders back, drawing the chest forwards. As you exhale, move back to down dog. Pause for a breath in. With your breath out, you can hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale to stand up, lift the arms, lift the gaze. And exhale, relax arms by your side, returning to Tadasana, mountain pose. 2 more rounds, a little bit quicker now. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. This time with your inhale, you could revisit cobra or come through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, stand up, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, relax the arms by your side, return to Tadasana. Final round of Sun A. Inhale, lift the arms, look up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, stand tall, lift the arms, lift the gaze. And exhale, relax arms by your side. Shift weight into the left foot. Hug the right knee into your chest. Then as you find balance, focus your gaze on one spot to help. Keep the leg lifted, bring hands to prayer, and slowly extend the leg back to come to high lunge. Inhale as you reach the arms up. Option to stay in high lunge, or you could turn out the back foot slightly and ground the heel for warrior one, squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Come back to a steady breath as we pause here. If you grounded the heel, lift it up. With your next breath in, twist to the left, open the arms to a T shape for a twisted high lunge. If you're feeling a little unsteady, you could always lower the back knee down here. And I find it helps to squeeze inner thighs together to create more stability with the lower body. Reach from left fingertips to right. Pause for one more breath in. As you exhale, lower right hand down to the mat. Reach the left arm up for a revolved side angle. Turning the chest open to the left. Look up to the left fingertips. Roll onto the outer edge of your back foot to set up for side plank. And you can either heel toe the left foot in place, or you could pick up the foot and place it there, stacking the legs. If you need a modification here, right knee could be down. Focus on lifting the hips. If they're starting to sink down, press through the right hand. Steady breaths in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Final inhale here. Exhale to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Go slow, find control. Inhale to take cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, round the spine, roll all the way up to stand. Then shifting weight into the right foot, hug the left knee into your chest. Pause a moment here and find a spot to focus your gaze. Then keep the leg lifted, bring hands to prayer. And slowly step the foot back into high lunge, reaching the arms up with an inhale. Option to stay in high lunge, or you could spin the back foot open, ground the heel for warrior one, keeping the hips square to the front of the mat. Come back to your breath. If you grounded the heel, lift it. With your inhale, twist to the right, open the arms into a T shape for twisted high lunge. Again, if you're feeling a little wobbly here, squeeze inner thighs together, and there's always the option to lower the back knee down. Pause for a breath in. With your exhale, lower the left hand down, reach the right arm up for revolved side angle, turning the chest open, lifting the gaze to look to the right fingertips. Roll onto the outer edge of your back foot to help set you up for a side plank. And you can either heel toe the right foot in place or pick up the foot and place the foot on top of the left. Option to stay here. You could always modify lowering left knee down. Key thing here is to focus on lifting the hips, pressing through the left hand. Steadying the breath. Final inhale here. Exhale, come back to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, lower with control. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, right leg will lift, open out the hips. And as you exhale, step the foot in between the hands. It's okay if you need to take a couple of steps to get there. Turn out the back foot to align the front heel with the bridge of the back foot. Windmill the arms up for warrior two. When you arrive here, you could always reset the feet if you need. Sometimes I like to shuffle my foot further down so that I can lower the hips, getting the front thigh so that it's level with the mat. And focus the gaze on the front middle finger. Relax the shoulders, deep in the breath. Flip the front palm. With an inhale, reach up to reverse your warrior. Left hand could rest on the leg or wrap behind the back to find a bind. With your next exhale, lower the right hand down to the inside of the foot. Reach the left arm up for extended side angle. If you're feeling a bit restricted here, then the right forearm could always rest on the thigh as an alternative. Continue turning the chest open, gaze up at the left fingertips. With your next breath in, lift back up, find warrior two. Then straighten the front leg, bend the back knee, and sink the hips towards the back heel. You can either go halfway into a side lunge, or you could continue sinking the hips down as you flex the right foot, pressing the heel into the mat to support you in Skandasana. Either keeping the arms wide or bringing fingertips to the mat for stability. Come back to a steady breath. Pause for one more inhale. With your exhale, press through the left foot to extend the leg, rebend the front knee, and step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Could be cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high and open out the hip. Exhale, step the foot through. You could always take a couple of steps if you need. Spin the back foot open. Align the front heel with the bridge of the back foot. And windmill the arms up for warrior two. Make any adjustments you need. Focus the gaze on the front middle finger. Come back to your breath. Flip the front palm with an inhale, reach up to reverse your warrior. Right hand could rest on the leg or wrap behind the back. With your next exhale, left hand comes down to the inside of the foot. Right arm reaches up for extended side angle. If this feels a little bit restrictive, rest left forearm on the thigh as an alternative. Focus on turning the chest open. Lift the gaze up to the right fingertips. With your inhale, lift up to find warrior two. Then straighten the front leg, bend the back knee, and shift weight towards the back foot. Either coming halfway down into a side lunge or sinking the hips further down towards the right heel as you flex the left foot so that you can press the heel into the mat for Skandasana. Either keep the arms reaching wide or rest the hands on the mat for support here. With your next exhale, press through the right foot, extend the leg, rebend the front knee, and step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Round the spine with your inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Then turn to face the side of the mat, step the feet wide into a straddle position. Bringing the hands to the hip creases. With an inhale, roll the shoulders back, puff up your chest. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, fold forwards. Bring chin to chest so the crown of the head points down to the mat. And you can either keep the hands on the hip creases or bring the hands down to the mat. And if the hands come down to the mat quite comfortably, you could start to walk the hands through the legs. Maybe even bringing the head to rest on the mat. If the head is resting on the mat and headstand is in your practice, option to shift weight into the head and lift the legs to come up into a tripod headstand. You can either keep the legs in a straddle position or find any other position that you'd like to practice. If you are doing headstand, focus on pressing through the hands to take the pressure off the head. And if you're staying in your forward fold, continue to breathe deeply. If you're in headstand, slowly come back down to your fold. Then bringing the hands to the hips, inhale to lift all the way back up. Turn the right foot to face the front of the mat. Open the arms into a T shape. With an inhale, reach forwards. As you exhale, lower right hand down. It could rest on the lower leg or maybe on the foot if that's within reach. Lift the left arm up, turn the chest open for Trikonasana. If you notice that you're sticking your bum out, tuck your tailbone. Imagine you're trying to press your body in between two panes of glass as you hold this here. Look down for balance, lower the left hand for support. Then turn the back foot to face forwards and set your feet hips width. I find this is much more helpful. Place the left hand on the outside of the right foot or just in front of the right foot if that makes it easier. And reach the right arm up to twist to the right for your revolved triangle. If you're feeling a little unstable, squeeze inner thighs together, press through the heels, engage the legs. Then staying in the twist with an inhale, lift up. Place the right hand on your back leg and reach the left arm up. Reach all the way through the left fingertips. Take a full breath in. And exhale, spin to the left. Return to your straddle position. Turn the left foot to point to the back of the mat. And with an inhale, reach towards the back of your mat. As you exhale, lower the left hand down, either coming down to the lower leg or the foot if it's within reach. Reach the right arm up, turn the chest open, and take a moment to check in with your hips. If the bum is pointing back, tuck your tailbone. Press the body in between those panes of glass. Look down for balance, lower the right hand down, then turn the back foot to face the left and set your feet on a separate track so they're hips width. Right hand could either come just in front of the foot or to the outside of the foot. Left arm reaches up as you twist to the left for a revolved triangle. If the legs are starting to feel unstable, squeeze inner thighs together, press through the heels. With your next breath in, stay in the twist, but lift up. Bring the left hand to the back thigh. Reach the right arm up, lengthening down the right side of the body. Reach through the fingertips. Pause for a breath in. And exhale, spin open to the right. Return to your straddle position. Good work. Step to the top of the mat. And find Tadasana. Turn the palms to face forwards. Take a moment to ground down. And at the same time, lift from the crown of the head to stand tall. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga with control. Lower slowly. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high, this time keeping the hips square. Exhale, bring knee to nose and step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down for low lunge. Let the front knee go past that ankle. Let the hips travel forwards. You're looking to find that stretching sensation down the front of the left thigh. Start to deepen your breath. Then lift the hips, bring the front knee so that it's over the ankle for stability. Left hand will reach back to catch the foot. If this is challenging enough, then stay here. If you'd like to take this further, start drawing the foot in towards the back of the body. You may need to shorten the distance of your lunge if you're feeling unstable. If the balance is there, the right hand could take a hold of the foot also. Roll the shoulders back, broaden the chest. Slowly release the foot. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot and edge the right foot to the right side to create space for lizard. And you could edge the back foot further down the mat to sink the hips down. Option to stay up on the hands, or you could come down to the forearms if it's accessible. Then twisting to the right, reach the right arm up. Option to stay here, or you could lift the back foot and reach the right hand to catch the foot. If you're holding the foot, you'll probably feel an even more intense stretch down the front of the left thigh, so continue to deepen the breath. If you're holding the foot, slowly release. Turn to face forwards and step to plank. Then opening out into side plank on your left. Again, you could modify with the left knee down. This time, bend the right leg, lift the knee, and place the foot behind you. Then turn your chest open, turn your hips open to the sky, and reach the right arm overhead to find Wild Thing. Press the floor away to continue lifting up, creating more space in the pose. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale, come back to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, keeping the hips square. Exhale, bring knee to nose and step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee down for a low lunge. To begin, let the hip sink forwards, let the knee track past the ankle. And come back to that steady breath. Then lift the hips, bring your front knee over your ankle for stability. And if it helped last time, shorten the distance of your lunge. Right hand will reach back to catch the foot. If this is already challenging enough, stay here. If you'd like to go further, draw the foot in towards you. And if the balance is there, the left hand could hold the foot also. Then rolling the shoulders back, broadening the chest. Focusing the gaze on one spot as we pause here. Slowly release the foot. Bring the hands to the inside of the left foot and shuffle the foot to the left side to create space for lizard. Then edge the back leg down the mat. Option to stay up on the hands, or you could come down to the forearms if it's available. And then reaching the left arm up, twist open to the left. Option to stay here, or you could lift the back foot and reach the left hand to catch the foot. And if you're really starting to feel that deep stretching sensation in the front of the right thigh, deepen your breath here. Slowly release and step back to plank. Then open into side plank on your right. You can lower the right knee down here, and you could keep it down as we work into Wild Thing. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, and place the foot behind you. Then turn your chest, turn your hips to point skywards, and reach the left arm overhead for a Wild Thing. Focus on pressing the floor away, lifting the chest up. Coming back to your breath. And return to plank. Pause for a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down with control. Inhale to find cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. And inhale, round your spine, roll all the way up to stand. Then crossing the right foot over the top of the left knee. Bend the left leg as if you're sitting back in a chair. If this starts to feel challenging, move over to a wall so that you can use it for support. Keep shifting weight back through your heel, sinking the hips a little lower. Hands could come to Anjali Mudra, your prayer position in front of the chest. Then bringing the index and middle finger of the right hand, wrap it round your big toe. Slowly stand up and lift the right leg with you. You can either stay here if it's challenging enough, or work towards extending the leg. Maybe you extend halfway, or maybe you see if you can go all the way. Again, you could work with a wall or rest the left hand on your hip. If the leg is fully extended, press the foot into your hand, stand tall. And then slowly release the leg down. Pedal the legs to help reset. And then we'll switch sides. Cross the left ankle over the top of the right knee. Bend the grounded leg and shift your weight back through your heel as you sit the hips down a little lower. Focus your gaze on one spot, bring hands to prayer, and come back to your breath. Bring the index and middle finger of the left hand, wrap it round the big toe, then slowly stand up and lift the leg with you. Option to stay here, or you could work towards extending the leg to whatever extent is available today. Either using a wall for support or resting right hand on your hip. Keep the gaze focused on one spot as you stand tall. And slowly release. Lower the foot down. Pedal the legs if it helps you to reset. And with an inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, lower with control. Inhale, come through to your back bend of choice. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high, open out the hip and bend the knee. And with your exhale, sweep the leg forwards to come into pigeon pose. You can edge the back leg down the mat to create space. Support yourself by placing something underneath the right side if you need. And instead of folding forward, stay upright here. So you're using the strength in your legs to help you find a strong seat. Roll the shoulders back, puff up your chest like a proud pigeon. Just resting the fingertips lightly on the mat. Then sit over on the right side so that you can swing the back leg around and cross the left foot over the top of the right knee. Option to keep the leg that is on the bottom bent, or you could extend the leg if that feels better for your knee. Then wrap the right arm around the left leg, place the left hand behind you for support, and twist to look to the left. Keep the head in line with the hips here as you twist. With each inhale, sit up tall. With each exhale, twist to the left. Release your twist, and we'll take a brief counter twist to the right. Place the hands on the right side, turn the chest to the right. Hold for one more breath in. And exhale out. Then as best you can, try not to use your hands here, so it can be helpful to clasp them together. The leg that is on the top, sweep it all the way around. Try to go as slow as you can, so you're coming back to your pigeon position. Then you can place the hands on the mat and step back to downward dog. With an inhale, lift the left leg high, open out the hip and bend the knee. Then as you exhale, sweep the leg forwards to come into pigeon pose. Edging the back leg down the mat to create space. Support yourself in any way that you need. And instead of folding forwards, roll the shoulders back, puff up your chest. Just rest the fingertips lightly on the mat. Focus on pressing through the legs to help you find a strong seat. Then sit over on the left side so that you can swing the back leg around, crossing the foot over the top of your knee. If it felt better for your knee to extend the leg, then that's also an option. Then wrap the left arm around the right leg, place the right hand behind you for support. Twist to the right, gaze over your right shoulder. With each inhale, sit up tall. With each exhale, twist a little further to the right. Release the twist. Clasp your hands together so you're not tempted to use them. Extend the right leg and sweep the leg around to come back to pigeon. Then plant the hands and step back to plank. Holding plank for a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. Untuck the toes. Relax the arms by your side. With your next breath in, lift the legs, arms, and chest to find locust. If you do need some support here, use your fingertips by your side for assistance. But as best you can, try to rely on the strength in your back to lift. And you have the option to stay in locust, or you could bend the knees, catch the ankles, press the feet into your hands to lift up for bow. Slowly release and push up to tabletop. Keep the hips stacked over the knees, walk the hands forwards, sink the chest down for puppy pose. Letting the heart sink down to the mat, either resting the chin or the forehead on the ground. Slowly lift the chest back up. Walk the hands back to find tabletop. Then sit over on your side. Come and lie down on your back. When you lie down, bend your knees and bring your feet close to the backs of your hips so that you can just about reach them with your fingertips. Then press through the heels, lift the hips. As the hips lift, tuck the pelvis under, so you're tilting your pelvis back. Continue pressing through the heels, lifting the hips. Arms could either be by your side, or you could interlace the fingers, clasp the hands together and press the hands into the mat. Let the heat build as we hold. Continue pressing through the heels. If the hands are clasped, release them and slowly roll down your back. And just let everything settle a moment. And then open the arms into a T shape. And let your knees knock from side to side like windscreen wipers. Just coming into gentle twists. Bring the knees back up. Bring the feet together. And let the knees open out to the sides, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. You could either keep your arms in this T shape or bring the hands and rest them on the belly. Start to slow down your breath here. Paying attention to each inhale and exhale. And extending the legs, relaxing the arms by your side to settle in for Shavasana. Just making any little adjustments you need before settling in for stillness. Deepen your breath. Bring your awareness back to your body. Start to move your fingers and toes. Hug the knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. Just taking a moment or two here to adjust. And when you're ready, join me back in a seated position. Then make yourself comfortable so that you can sit here for the next few minutes for a short meditation. So you could either sit cross-legged or stack one foot over the other. Rest the hands on the knees and sit up tall. Then closing the eyes, come back to that place of stillness that you've been cultivating throughout class. And bring your attention to your breath. Just noticing each inhale and each exhale. Observe the body as it fills with breath. And notice that sense of relaxation as the breath empties out. Inhale deeply exhale completely. Staying present with each inhale and exhale. Bring your awareness back to your space. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Take care, and I'll see you again next time.